There we go. Hey, everybody. Let me just get some windows moved around so I can see what I'm going to say here. I want to make sure you guys get the right thing. Okay, so we'll get started here in about a minute or so. Let the last folks come in. Oh, hello. I see you arriving. I'm waving at you via the internet. Good to see you. Okay, getting there. Get a drink and a snack. We're going to get into it here in just a few minutes. Hope you guys are doing great today, this Friday. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I always like it when things start on time, live events start on time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. And them's who come in late can get the replay, no problem. And you guys who are here live get the benefit of the live result here. Okay. So welcome everybody. Welcome to How to Get More Decompression Patients Without Burning All Your Time or Budget. It's kind of a long title there, but I think it really captures what we're going to do here. What we're doing today is basically going through a new way to promote what you have to more people so they find out, come to appreciate you, and use you without like all the normal rigmarole, all the normal complexity and expense and what's going on. You can't tell what's happening. I have found the most amazing and easy way to promote almost anything, quite honestly, into your local area. And it's cheap and it works, and I can prove it. I brought all the receipts today. I got lots of proof on it. But if you're going to just follow along with the next few minutes, follow the bouncing ball. This is as simple as it looks. It's as easy and direct and straightforward as it looks. There's no big crazy architecture, no fancy baloney, no hidden secret box that I'm not going to tell you about. It is as simple as I'm showing you. I've got a multi-million-dollar business built on this. Okay, so take notes, take screenshots. Totally okay with me. Ask questions later on if I make something clear. But I have gone to some links here. I built this little slide deck so I could actually go along and make sure hit everything that you need to know to do this, why it works, and all that stuff. So you're going to come out the other end of this with a whole new level up kind of skill. All right, that's my goal anyway. That's what I'm going for here. Hopefully that's what you came for. All right, so let's get on with it. Let me flip on to the next slides here. Okay, good. So yeah, why marketing sucks. I just sort of covered some of it. Why marketing sucks is because it's risky. And it's risky because it's expensive. If it were free, you wouldn't care, right? Or it was super cheap. But it's risky. You don't know. You're worried. You got to sign up. I'm going to pay for this. Is it going to work? Is it going to, I mean, like last time when they said all this was going to happen and all that didn't happen. Okay, so that's one thing that everybody, even marketers, hate that about marketing is it's risky. Okay. The next one is it requires constant time to manage. It's a pain in the butt. You are busy doing your business, but every day or whatever, you have to worry constantly about, is the marketing program working? Is it on? Is it doing what it's supposed to be doing? Is it reaching the right people? The last person who called him was kind of weirdo. Is that the marketing being a problem or is that not? You don't know. So you have to always it's always on your mind, distracting from what you're doing. Ideally, it wouldn't be that way, but it sucks. Okay, that's just the way it is right now. Until the end of this presentation, when it won't be that way anymore. It's inconsistent. That's another thing. That's why another reason why it sucks, because it works for a while and doesn't. You don't know what to expect next month. You can't really count on it. It seems, and that adds to a whole kind of just general stress level around marketing. I feel it. I'm a marketer. I know clients feel it, right? And I'm going to show you kind of why, and how to fix it here. Okay. So, but of course, without a constant demand for what you do, you will always struggle. You are in a business. You exchange what you do with the people in the world, and they get your services and you get their money so you can pay your staff and buy stuff from other people, right? That's how civilization works. So if there's no demand for what you do, you die. You shrivel up and die. If you're selling, Betamax VHSs, and kids, that's something we used to use back in the 80s. Where you're selling like old videotapes, there's no demand for that now. You're toast. So as a business owner, you're always thinking, okay, how do I create more demand for what I do here, right? And that's all you want. That's all you need. You have to. If people are demanding what you do, that's kind of the whole marketing game, right? People calling in, people walking through your door. That's all it takes. That's what most people consider to be successful marketing: is people coming to see me, wanting what I can do for them. I mean, that's pretty simple. Sounds simple, right? So I'm going to make it simple here. So let's look at the simplest, easiest way to get this done. Okay, I'm going to give you the minimal technical babble and buzzwords. We're going to go through it. I hope it doesn't seem remedial. To some of you, it might seem like this is getting a little too basic, but I've got to make sure the basics are in, because many people don't really understand marketing basics. Like what really, really, really makes things happen and what doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So here's what I got. What actually controls your revenue and how to turn it up. I know that sounds very clickbaity, but here's the thing. There is an underlying factor, which for you or any business anywhere, that actually controls the revenue of that business flat out. And once you know what it is and know that that's the most important thing, then you can easily dial it up. You don't even need a special webinar from John Nesbitt or anything. You just need to know what it is. So I'm going to give you that bottom line thing. And there's a lot of ways to turn it up, not just some special hooky system that I'm selling at the end. No baloney. Once you know what this is, it will set you free in the future, understanding how to control your revenue. And if you get nothing else out of this webinar today, just get the first bullet point and I'd be happy because you'd be happy. Okay. Next, the biggest trick, how to get a bunch of strangers, that's new people who are not yet being served by you, to choose you over all their other options. People have a choice. They can choose to do nothing. They can choose to buy from your competitor. They could choose a whole different kind of solution that you don't even offer, right? There's all kinds of people offering them options, good, bad, and different. And you've got to figure out how to get these people who don't know you, they've never been to you, they don't know how awesome you are. You've got to get them to somehow trust you enough to choose you out of all those other options. Sounds difficult. It kind of is, but when you know the basic reason of how to control that, again, it's not complex. It's very simple. I think the most powerful things in life are simple, and this is about as simple an answer you're going to ever get, and it's not airy-fairy. It's very practical, okay? And then, of course, I'm going to show you the inexpensive strategy that gets them calling you ready to go, right? So if you bought leads, chase the leads, they pretend they didn't know who you were, why are you calling me, or if you have, call them 32 times, says the person who sold you the leads. You got to call them 100 times. I know I used to be in the lead generation business. I used to do that. It sucks, right? And all these other gimmicks that are out there. Well, we get them to prepay for a $25 thing. Yeah, then they don't show up, or that's the fee, or then they come in and they just want free service. All these gimmicks are just stuff that people do these things when they don't have the right answer. When they don't know what the real solution is, they invent other goofy things to try to fix it. When you know, it's just like healthcare, right? When you know the underlying cause, it's actually kind of easy to fix it. But people will put all these other things on top of it, trying to fix it themselves. Medications and weird exercises and things they don't lift their arm anymore, whatever the thing is. So the point is, I'm going to show you this thing, and what's great, it's cheap. Oh, sorry, the fancy word. It's inexpensive, but no, it's cheap. It don't cost much. All right, which is, I can't believe it. It's almost unbelievable. I know. I'm trying to tell you the unicorn thing here, right? All right, so you're guessing. Oh, I know what this is, John. This is something where you guys spend a lot of money. Nope, lead generation. You already know it's not lead generation. I just told you. There's no way it's lead generation. That crap is hard. There's a lot of people trying to do it, and the close rates are low, and they're just random people who don't know, like, or understand you at all. And that's why they're so hard to get them on the phone, because they're not that interested. They were interested for 4 minutes on the internet 10 days ago, and now you think you're going to get them in. It's a lot. You can do it, of course. I've proven you can do it, but it takes a lot more effort than people sell you on the brochure, right? This is also not one of those social media post and hope strategies. I'm going to post on social media, and you're going to do some dances, or you're going to do a video, or you're going to put your face on there, blah, 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 blah. No, man, look, I got a face like this, which means I can't rely on social media, okay? I'm not a 20-something dance major who knows how to make it look good, right? So I'm not going to tell you. Social media is involved. There's a hint for you, but it is not this just post a bunch on social media, or post even the special crafty things with a special. No, it's not that baloney. Okay. If you've been sold that too much, I'll tell you this, it doesn't work. You just post a bunch on your social media every day. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You got to do this. Okay. I'm not also going to talk deep discounting. Oh, go do a Groupon. Oh God, save me from the Groupon people, right? I mean, you'll get a lot of bodies in, but man, they are not buyers long-term. They're not long-term clients. They're not long-term people who are going to stick with you, right? They're not very loyal. They're actually, by definition, not loyal. They're purely price fixed. So anyway, don't do deep discounting. It's also degrading, because what you do is valuable. And if somebody comes along and says, no, it's not valuable, you got to go super cheap. You've got to make them the irresistible offer and give it away free on hopes that they throw you some coins at the end. No, that's not true. What you do is valuable. And the trick is not to bring the perceived value down where they go, well, it's so cheap, I might as well do it. No, you want to make sure that they really appreciate your value, appreciate what you do, how you can help them, what you can deliver to them. That's how you get out of discounting forever. Now, sometimes you get some little special deal. People like deals. It gives them an excuse to buy now, but you don't got to do this deep discounting thing. That will just ruin your business. Now, next, this is also something that works. This is not something that just works for a little while and then dies. so many marketing campaigns start awesome. The first 3 weeks, the first week and a half, well, it's amazing. And then it dies. And then it dies a horrible death. And you can't bring it back no matter what you do, no matter how you try. You try to do the exact same thing again, it doesn't work, right? Those are stunts. Those are not marketing campaigns. Those are not real promotion. That's not really how you build a business. You can't do it on stunts because you're always going from stunt to stunt to stunt. So it doesn't work that way because then eventually things let you down and then you don't have money to run the next stunt, right? You just have lost money. And it can be very frustrating. I know personally, I've worked with a lot of clients who had this. A lot of people come to us like this. Yeah, I tried this. I worked for a while and then it died. Now we don't know what to do. We can't get to work. Yeah. Okay. What I'm going to show you today, not that. This is so basic, simple. It's foolproof. It just doesn't die like that. It just doesn't have a shelf life. It's not a stunt. It's a strategy. Okay. So the benefits of what I'm going to show you. Okay. Obviously, it's easily measurable. The best marketing program does not require a spreadsheet to tell if it's working. Okay, if your marketing requires you to use a spreadsheet and a bunch of math and to give everybody the third degree when they come in to cross-examine and waterboard, everybody comes in. Where did you find us? Did you click on the link on the ad? Right? If you have to do that, I got a clue for you. It ain't working. If you have to watch that close to make sure it's working, it ain't working. So the easiest measure of is your marketing working is: are you busier? Is your schedule full? Are people coming in that you didn't expect to come in? Do you just seem busier? I mean, okay, yeah, you've seen the numbers at the end of the month or end of the year, whatever. But if your marketing program is actually working, no one has to tell you. And no one has to say, oh, this is working for you. No, you know when it's working because the phone is ringing, the door is swinging, right? They say phone rings and the door swings open, right? So So what I'm going to show you is very easy to measure because you measure it just that way. Hey, we're busier. Okay. Also, what I'm going to show you, unbelievable, is it's so inexpensive you won't ever worry about it. Can you imagine running a promotion program, a marketing program that you're not worried about? Why? Because it's so cheap. You don't, yeah, it probably works. Or, you don't have to worry about it. It's not like you're having to mortgage the car to get it, or you're going to max out your credit card or something like that. No, this is not hard. Okay. Also, zero daily attention. The last thing you want to do when you're running your business all day is worry about the marketing program and the promotion program. And when you start over obsessing about it, you start making all kinds of mistakes. No, if something works, it should work kind of easily, kind of just without a lot of constant attention, right? Something that's broken requires attention all the time. If your car is broken down, it requires a lot of attention, right? Okay, if your car is not broken down, not a POS, you don't ever think about it. You don't worry about it. You don't worry, So so what I'm trying to say is you want something that's operational, something that does not continuously require you to worry about it if it's working or not, because you kind of know it's working. It's easy to measure. It doesn't cost you a whole lot. And you don't got to think about it much because it's so obvious. Okay. And consistent. You need something that just works. And actually, what I'm going to show you today, it's so cool. It doesn't just work stable. I use the word stable here, but it actually accumulates over time. You'll see what I mean. It accumulates over time. The best marketing program is something that has all of these things. It's easy to tell it's working. It's inexpensive, so you don't worry about it all the time. It takes no extra effort from your part to run it because it runs on its own. And it's consistently getting you results and building up and becoming more and more profitable as the longer you do it. That would be what you consider the perfect marketing program. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so look, here's the tease. And I got you all teasing, leading towards the screen. Here's about me. Okay, so I have one slide about who I am, just in case you don't know who I am. And most people don't, so it's okay. Here we go. Let me put this on. Here we go. So I have helped dozens of practice owners and business owners surpass 7 figures. I am the author of a book on it. And I've also been quoted in places like the Wall Street Journal. I know, big whoop, whatever, but it's a big deal for me. Hey, when the Wall Street Journal calls you, wants your opinion on marketing, you're kind of like, hey, I think I'm kind of cool. All right. And then also I've been running a marketing agency called the Customer Factory since 2012, a long time. And you can see there, it's a family-run business. My 3 adult kids are all executives in the business. My wife runs it. So it's a family thing. We have, more than that working here, but the core is a family ethos because we're a family business, just like most small businesses are. And so we kind of understand what's going on there. Okay. All right. Moving on from that. So now the elephant in the room. John, you just said you run a marketing company. Why would you possibly give this away for free? Maybe you're just going to baloney us and give us half the program and make us want to pay for the other half or whatever. Okay. I'm going to tell you so you understand why I'm doing this and why this information is not cooked and why I'm giving away the keys to the kingdom right here for good reason. Okay. I know that some of you are really busy. And when you see this, you're going to want it done. You're going to want it done as a service by my company. There's a small percentage of people who that's just always the way they roll. They just want to do what they do, and they don't want to bother to do it themselves, even though it's pretty simple. It's okay. They want to just pay a professional to get results immediately. They don't want to fumble around and figure it out, or little details and things like that. So that's what I'm here for. So I know that some of you will do that. Most of you will go use this for yourself in your practice. That's totally fine. In your own business, your own place, you can go and use it, no problem, right? Of course, the option, I'm going to just, at the very end, I'll give you an option. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, the cost to have us do it for you, complete end to end, including the ad spend, is under $1,500 a month. Stable. There's no gotchas, nothing above that. It's a very stable thing. And of course, regardless, you're free to use this in your business. Just copy and paste this into your business, what I'm going to show you if you want to do it yourself. Totally cool with me, because I believe in the abundance principle. Just keep giving it away and people keep showing up, and that's worked since 2012. And I can't say I've suffered from it. Okay. All right. Moving on. So simple truth number one. All right. I told you some of these things would be kind of simple. But I think the difference is you might know this, but you don't know that it's like one of the most important things. And this is the difference between striving and struggling in any kind of business anywhere on earth, in the universe. Okay. Anywhere. If you get the simple truth, if you kind of get this, you get the whole thing, right? If you understand this one principle, you probably don't even need the rest of the webinar. You can probably figure the rest of it out. All right. So maybe I'm going to lose lots of viewers on this webinar when I reveal this, but here it is. Very simple. Best known beats best. Okay, so a lot of folks think, well, I'm just the best at what I do. People just come to me. And the whole thing, the people, build a better mousetrap and the world beats a path to your door. I wish that were true. In a perfect world where everybody knew all the different types of mousetraps and could judge them all, they would know that yours is the best and they would come to you. But the problem is people don't know you. People don't know you. So why does the guy down the street who doesn't do as good a job as you do have more business? Or we've all seen this happen. Things which are just better known. Okay, everybody, I've never met anybody who didn't know a great small hole-in-the-wall business, a hole-in-the-wall restaurant near them, right? Oh, there's a little small restaurant. They're amazing. The food is incredible. They're the greatest. The food is the best. Yeah, but nobody knows who they are except this word of mouth that's happening. So they're not really busy. You go in there, they have 3 tables, and they're only half busy, even though they have the greatest food in town. So unfortunately, whether you think it's fair or not, a hard truth is the best known beats best. But that unlocks something. If you take that and you internalize, you go, okay, yeah, this is how things work. Now that unlocks something for you. And here's a stat you can look at here. This is another way of putting the same concept. Visibility, meaning how well known you are, drives revenue growth. There's a simple, hey, the better known you are, the higher your revenue. Straight up. More people can buy from you, right? If you move into an area and you don't put up a sign and you don't tell anybody you're there and you just keep the doors locked, no one's coming in. Or even if you leave them unlocked, nobody knows you're there. You're invisible, you make no money. If you're highly visible, if everybody in town knows your name, they know what you do, they know everything, then you're highly visible and you're making more money, even if you're not the best or whatever. You're just, that's the gradient. So the one thing, and there's another stat I found down below. 76% of people, when they're looking for a solution, say they're more likely to choose somebody they've already heard of previously. So which means, check this out, what that means. There's a lot in that sentence. It means 3 out of 4 people, they have a problem, suddenly come along. They have this problem, okay? And they go, I need to choose someone to fix that with. And then they check their memory. Who do I know that does that? Oh, I've heard of that guy over there. Now, remember, when they learned about that guy in the past, they didn't have the problem, but they just recognize, I know that guy over there. They're 3 times more likely, or 3 out of 4 will choose somebody who they've already heard of before they had the problem. Interesting, huh? All right, so that is your key right there. So to get more people in, you must become better known amongst the people you want to attract. I know, dirt simple. But if you just took that one statement right there and said, okay, how to become better known amongst the people I want to attract? You go door to door and meet them, man. That's one. There's lots of ways to do that, right? And we'll talk about that in a second. But if you just get better known, you'll make more money. Flat out, end of story. The world is full of more examples than you can count of that. The people who are just well known make a lot of money. Which happened first? Making a lot of money and becoming well known? No, it's the other way around. You get better known, you make a lot more money. So the key thing you want to do is work on this one line. To get more people in, you must become better known amongst the people you want to attract. So figure out who those people are and get better known by them, and you'll never be hungry again. I could just end the webinar right there, but let's go into how you do that, okay? So simple truth number 2, I got to clear this up with you as well. Now, everyone you want to serve in the future are strangers right now. Fact, okay? So you might be sitting in your office right now, and within miles of you are thousands, tens of thousands of strangers, right? They don't know you, but some of those guys are going to be coming to you in the future. Okay, so you have to recognize that they're strangers. They don't know you. It's stranger to them. You're a stranger to them too. They're all strangers to each other, right? So you wouldn't recognize each other, even though in the future you might become best buds. Right now, it ain't happening. So let's figure this. Okay, so let me ask you this, and we can maybe put this even in the chat. People buy from people they. What's the finish of that phrase? People buy from people they. Put it in the chat. What do you say? No, yeah, okay. People buy from people they know. I've just said that, but there's a more basic thing. You don't just buy from somebody because you know them. You just know them, but you don't buy from them because you know them. Why? Yeah, okay, someone's got it there. Good. People buy from people they trust, right? So you got all these strangers out there. They don't know you. Even if they know you, they don't know you. They don't trust you, right? They don't really trust you. So the question now becomes how to get lots of complete strangers to know and trust you. If you can get the world to know and trust you, then you can do whatever you like. I mean, you could run for office, man. I mean, if people know and trust you, that's kind of that's the ball game right there. That's what being the most popular kid in school is all about, or whatever, right? Know people who know you and they trust you. All right, and that is the key to a prosperous business. Now, I know this sounds remedial. I'm going to get to how you pull this off in a minute. Okay, I've got a whole slide about that, about a bunch of steps. All right, so I'm going to tell you basically, though, I want to do this. There's a little formula, okay? So how do you get people to trust you? Let me give you the theory of the formula first. Let me give you the formula first, and then we'll show about how you actually apply that formula, okay? So here's how you create trust with lots of complete strangers. Number 1, you create an introduction message. Hi, I'm John with the Customer Factory, and I do this and I do that, and I help people with their businesses, and I help them get better known, and right? Or whatever. I mean, you've got just an idea. Who are you? Who the heck are you? Not like, hi, I'm Fast Eddie and I get the best deal on cars. No, you're just an introduction message. All you do is tell people who you are. Hi, we're here. What do you do that might help them? We handle this and this and this. If you have this going on, we can fix that, right? That's what we do here. And how to find you when they need you. Remember those people that were choosing someone they already knew. So how to find you when they need you. Oh, yes, and we're here at the corner of Main and Staple Street, right? Or we're here at this website, or we're here on this Facebook page, or we're here. You can find us over here. We're easy to find, right? That's it. You keep it simple, and you don't get salesy. You don't start pitching, hey, and I've got a special $999.95 for this and this and this. Don't do that because you don't think they learn about you. Oh, you're pitching me. You're pitching me. I don't need you. Most people don't need you right now. And so you come off poorly for the people who might use you in the future. So don't get all salesy. Keep it simple and just explain this. You want to have that message, okay? You can work that up in about 5 minutes. You probably already have it. You probably just reel it right off now. If I ask someone to hop on here live, you just do it right now. Any business owner can answer these 3 questions really fast. So you get that fixed in your mind. You got that idea what that is? Okay, good. The next step you're going to do, you're going to target that simple message to the ideal prospects. Hey, who do I want to know about me? Who could be my person later? Who could be coming to my business and use what we do? Who could do that? Well, let's see. There's these people and that people and the demographic and age and location, all that stuff. You target that simple message to them, and you don't add anything to it. Just make sure they get that message, right? You go narrow. You don't go wide. Yeah, a lot of people make this mistake in marketing. They will say, well, I send my message out to 10,000 people. Oh, let me send it out to 20,000 people. That's twice as good. Not necessarily. If the 10,000 are the right people that you want to reach, adding 10,000 people who are not as good is diluting all of your marketing right there by 50%. I see this a lot in geographic targeting. Oh, I just want to target 1 mile around my business. Oh, actually, no, let's change the targeting to 20 miles around my business. Think of all those people. Yeah, now you've just taken the same amount of money and you spread it amongst more and more people who are not going to likely buy from you or who are not as likely to buy from you. So you've got to curb that human instinct that more is better, and we're Americans, so we know instinctively that more is always better, right? But no, you got to go narrow. You want to focus all your marketing punch, unless you want to spend a lot of money. If you have a small budget, I mean under $100,000 a month, you have any reasonable budget, you want to just focus just on those guys, just on the narrow group, okay? Keep that in mind as we go through, because you really go off the rails and blow a lot of money. A great marketing program can be destroyed on the fact you went too wide. Start narrow. Oh, it's only 10,000 people. Yeah, what would 10,000 people come in to see you be like? That's 10,000 is plenty, man. Okay, so anyway, let's keep that in mind. All right, next step. Step 3, repeat that message. Repeat that message. Same place, same message. Same place, same message. So wherever you reach them the first time, you keep reaching them there. You keep doing the same message. You will get bored of that same message. It's not you that we care about. It's the people receiving it. And I'm going to go over why that's vitally important, that you not be varying this message a whole lot. You can, little bits here and there, but you got to be hitting the same people with the same introduction type messages over and over in the same place. This is like putting it on a billboard. You don't move the billboard every day to a different place. The billboard's right there and they see it every day on the way to work, right? That's why it was effective. That's why you see big companies. You ever seen, a commercial comes on TV, like, yeah, you've seen that commercial 1,000 times. Yeah, big money knows how to make big money. And big money knows you put the same message in the same place to the same people over and over and over. And you don't go until you're tired of it. You go until it stops working. Okay. So, because it can take 10 to 30 times for people to see something. Dude, it's amazing. It is amazing. I'll tell a little story. Back when I was younger, I used to sell area rugs on the side of the road. You ever see a guy sitting there, usually with a van, he's got a bunch of area rugs hanging up on a rack or something? Okay. I did some side hustle money for that for a number of years. And you sit there and you have a big sign that says area rugs for sale. And I'm there every day. I'm renting the spot. I'm there every day for like 6 months. I swear, on the last day of the 6th month, people would still come to me and say, oh, hey, I just saw you're here. I had this huge display. It's 120 feet wide, 6 feet tall, full of colorful area rugs. Hey, I just noticed you're here, they say. Oh, really? I said, did you just move into the area? Oh, no, I live down the street here and I work over there. And I drive by here every day. These fools have been driving by my little rug stand, my giant, colorful, bright rug stand with flags and signs all over it for 6 months and never noticed it. Okay, so that's an extreme version, but I'm telling you, the most expensive thing you could ever do is run one ad one time to 1 million people. It'd be better to run it, 100 times to 10,000 people, and you'll get a lot better result. Okay, because one thing one time, and most people quit after the market. Yeah, it's funny. I see this a lot too. People run their marketing, and they'll run it for they said, well, I ran some ads, and I ran them for like 4 days, and nothing happened, so I turned them off. I'm like, dude, no one saw that ad. Oh, you put it in front of them and their face kind of looked at the screen or whatever, but no one saw the ad because you didn't give it any time for people to figure it out. You do this all the time. We all can't absorb all the information we're exposed to every day, all the time. We can't do it. It's impossible. So don't quit pretending that they're superhumans and somehow they see the one ad and they're going to respond. No, man, no, we ain't like that, especially these days when there's so much noise in the environment. Okay. Anyway, here's the thing. When you do this step 3, we won't get too far off track, but that's important. The thing I just told you. Repeat the message, same place, same message, same place. And what you start getting is familiarity. People do start to see and go, oh, yeah, I've seen that. They notice it. As soon as they notice it a couple of times, it becomes familiar. Familiar. That's a word that comes from like family. Familiar. So something is now familiar. They consciously aware that it exists now, not subconscious, they actually know, oh yeah, there's a place there. They do that. Okay. That's it. You got a quarter second of their attention one day and you got another again a few months later and another one a couple weeks after that. And now you are familiar. Oh goody. Oh goody. This is a big deal. This is a big deal because you know what familiarity is? Even an old saying about this. Familiarity breeds trust. If something is familiar, it's trusted. This is dumb, okay? This is not something that's logical. This is just the way people are. It's a shortcut that all people, you and me too, use to make choices, okay? So if you see something over and over and over, it becomes familiar. It becomes trusted. Let me give you an example. Say you have a neighbor. You walk out your front door in the morning and you see your neighbor across the street and you wave to him, right? You've never met him. You never experienced where you just waved every now and then. You both are coming out of your house at the same time. And you wave, he waves. That's it, right? You know what he looks like, and that's about it. Okay. Now, say you're out at a ball game somewhere, or you're out at a big event somewhere, and you don't know anybody there, but you see your neighbor, and he waves. You go over. Hey, now, and he says, "Yeah, this is like this." You'll be willing to take advice from him just because he's familiar. The guy could be a serial killer for all you know, but he's familiar, so you're going to trust him. Right? I'm going to show you some of the background behind this. If you don't believe it, just follow along here. There's a lot more to this than it seems. So let me get this. So here's the formula. I'm going to break it all down to you real fast here in one slide. Okay. Again, I would call this $1,000,000 slide right here. Literally, this is how you get everything you want in marketing and promoting your business. Right? Just follow this formula, and how you follow it is up to you. There's a million ways to follow it, but this is the underlying basic thing that you must understand to be successful promoting anything. You get your introduction message. You repeat that sucker until it becomes familiar, right? Just over and over and over. Don't go until you're sick of it. Go until they're sick of it, okay? Keep going. They've been marketing. Do you know they've been marketing campaigns been running for 30 or 40 years with the same tagline and the same advertisements? Yep. You think the marketing department of that company is bored out of their mind? Yep. You think the CEO is going to let them change it? Nope. So remember, you're not the audience for your own marketing. Once you get the familiarity, you've got trust. Trust kicks in, right? Oh, I know you, so I'm more likely to trust you, right? And that trust becomes preference. So when well, who are you going to pick if you're going to go buy a car from used car lot, and you know that guy, but you don't know those guys? You're going to go to the guy you know. I got a guy. I know a banker. I know a friend. I know someone who does a business. Just because you know him, you trust him, and that becomes your preference. It is amazing. Okay, I know I'm being a little theoretical here, but please get these basics down. So when I run through how you apply it later on, it'll make total sense, and it won't just seem like another baloney marketing program. Okay, all right. This is how people this is how most people choose. Why? Because we don't have the time, intelligence to sit around and make evaluations of deep evaluations of everything. And people also have words. They don't understand the words they're using. The vocabularies get weird. So they don't really understand what they're looking at anyway when they do the research. So, and I came a little meme like this here. This is Drake. I've never heard of you, so I don't trust you. And I've seen you around, so you must be good. Dude, that is exactly the American consumer. Actually, that's the universal consumer right there. It works anywhere, any language, any culture. They're all this way. Every human. You find me someone who's not a human, I can't guarantee it. All right, but otherwise, that's how it goes. All right, now let me explain. It's more. I want evidence on this, right? So this explains why best known brands beat no name generics. People say, "Oh, it's some no name brand." Yeah, that's divisive. Often the no name brand, like was it Walmart? Isn't all the Walmart stuff? It's like just the same stuff from the brand guys, but repackaged in their own no name brand, right? Their great value brand is becoming a brand, which is a problem for them because it means the price is a problem. But the idea is that a known brand beats a no name, even if the quality is the same. All that. Why? Because people can't try every option and then make an intelligent choice. They can only go with the one they know. Okay, this is why celebrities can sell almost anything. Look at this guy. This is what was this? Fabio. Oh, his name right off. This I can't believe it's not butter. Okay, we have a male model who can barely deliver a single line into the camera selling butter. And that was a marvelously successful campaign. So successful, here we are, 20 years later, I'm using this example. But celebrities who don't know nothing about nothing can stand up there and go, hi, you should buy this product. Why? Because their face is known and trusted. Well, if so-and-so uses it, like, was it Kim Kardashian is known, she's famous for being famous. And she sells millions of dollars of crap every week because, hey, you know me, so you trust me. Man, she could give out terrible advice and people still trust her, right? It doesn't matter. I'm not saying to slam old Kim down there. I wish I had Kim's money, but it's all good. It just show that this can be taken and exploited to a very high level. Chain stores usually outsell independents. Because they have a marketing, they have huge brands. People move from one city to another city. They go to the same chain store they used to go to in their old city because it's a known thing, and so it's trusted. And this is also why McDonald's is the top restaurant for Americans in Paris. I know. I went to Paris, and my butt went to McDonald's at one point because we were just tired. It was a long day. I didn't want to go find out some French food, eat a snail or whatever. I'm like, McDonald's. Oh, let me just go get a meal there. I know what that is. I'll eat the fancy restaurants tomorrow, right? Well, I found out later on that I was the only one. Apparently, the most popular restaurant in Paris for Americans is McDonald's. Why? Best French food? No. Best food anywhere? No. Best food anywhere? No. It is familiar. And so I need a place I can get a good meal, not worry about it, or I need a place to get some calories, or at least it's a known level of experience. See, it's not even best. It's just best known. Okay. So I hope I beat that idea into your mind here, because basically the idea of this: build trust with your ideal prospects by staying in front of them with a repeated friendly message campaign. That's all you really have to do. Okay. This whole slide here summarizes all the earlier stuff in the entire webinar here. Do this one thing, and you will always, always be busy. If you have more and more people who are trusting you, who are the people who can buy from you, who can be your customers and be your patients and get your services from you, right? All you have to do is stay in front of them, keep introducing yourself over and over to become familiar and become trusted. And once that chain is running, you are golden. Okay. Now, how do you actually do all that without spending a fortune? Aha! You knew there'd be a hook. Yeah, you actually got to do something now. All right, we have the theory out of the way. Let's get into practical, okay? So there are lots of ways to reach people, all right? This is a marketer's goofball chart here, but it's a cost to reach per 1,000 people. So you want to reach thousands of people, you got to go through one of these channels. So we had newspapers, postcards, TV, cable, blah, 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 social media, all this stuff, right? Okay, notice what's expensive. Well, we all know this self-mailers and newsletters. Yeah, those are expensive, right? That's like 90 cents a piece or whatever, right? Postcards, a little cheaper. Okay, a little easier to do. And then magazines, because you only get like half a page or whatever, blah, 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 all the way down to social media. Whoa, look at social media. Hey, social media is cheap. You know what? If I want to reach a lot of people and I want to introduce myself to a lot of people over and over, I wonder which one of these I would want to choose. Yeah, social media, right? So used right, paid social media is the cheapest way to reach masses of people over and over with your introduction message. That is the easiest thing to do. You can spend more money doing it, and some ways may even work a little better because there's nothing like putting some physical in somebody's hand with a postcard, for example. But if you want the safest, easiest, most reliable way to do that, social media wins hands down because you can choose who sees it. When you buy a billboard, everybody who drives by, you're paying for that person to see it. All right. When you radio, much less the same. TV, even the same. It just kind of puts it out there, right? Postcards you can target, but it costs so much more. So your postcard has to really be on point to make a return. And if someone needs to see it 30 times, you got to send that person 30 postcards where they really are optimizing your results. So it gets expensive, right? So I'm just telling you, I am not just a social media guy. I have bought and sold millions of dollars in television, radio, billboards, magazines, print, mailers. I have done it all. I've had a 30-year marketing career working for giant brands and all kinds of stuff. I have done it all before and after the internet. And I'm going to tell you this, social media is like cheating. It is so cheap compared to the other things that I wouldn't risk it anywhere else. And you can see my own business. How do you see me promoting myself? Social media. Why? It's so freaking cheap and forgiving and fast. And it's got many other reasons I don't have to go into right now. Okay. So because of all that, I've developed something I call social publicity, right? It's called the social publicity strategy. And he has a T in there. I'm trademarking that sucker. It's a good idea, but you can steal it right here, right now, the entire, what it is. Okay. You can do the same thing. So social publicity, here it all is. A very simple thing. It's using low-cost social media introduction ads to stay in front of thousands of local people. Okay. And all you're doing is telling you who you are, what you do, and how to find you when they need you. That's it, right? Keep that repeating that until they're trusted, their first choice. If you just keep going and doing that, you'll become the first choice of more and more and more people in your area. And what more could you want as a business? What more could you want? Everybody knows, likes, and trusts you. Okay, what else you want to do? It's you've won the marketing game. You don't got to worry about it anymore. Set it and forget it kind of thing. All right, so here's the 3 steps to how you do it. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks because we're talking social media, so I got to cover a couple of basics on that real fast just to make sure you've got it. Some of you guys will already have the first thing taken care of. It's totally cool. All right, the first thing you do is you have to look alive on social accounts. People, if they see your social introduction, they will very often go check out your social page. And if your page it looks abandoned, right, then it looks like you're like neglectful or abandoned thing, or you look there's something wrong with you, right? If you look weird on the internet, people think you're weird in real life. It's not true, but it is, right? So go fill out all the information and the images. Just fill the whole page out. Facebook, Meta, these guys ask you for what you need, right? Put a welcome post on top, kind of similar to the thing you've been advertising. Hey, here's who I am. Here's what I do. Here's how to reach me, right? Make several friendly, simple posts a week. Okay, I am not saying go do some videos or some fancy baloney or put some graphics together. I'm saying, hey, happy Tuesday. That's great. That's awesome. Just shows you're alive. Make sure the last post is not last month or God bless 2 years ago, right? Anything. These these posts that you're doing right here, their only purpose is to show that you're alive. They're not actually going to do anything for you. Your introduction posts are what do that. Your introduction messages that we do next, that's what gets people hooked in to love you. They just need to see that your page is alive. So just make sure it's alive and post on a regular basis. Give it to somebody in your office. Give it to somebody who works for you. They'll love it, man. Tell them not to go overboard. You don't got to do anything else than that. Okay. And then on this little note, Facebook and Instagram, which is basically all owned by the same company called Meta. Facebook, Instagram, it's 85 people that you need. Don't bother with TikTok and all that. You can, if you're into it, go for it. But I'm just telling you, if you're just starting off on this thing, just do those 2 and you got 85. It's the 80-20 rule, right? That gets you 80% of the result right there. Probably 85% of the result because it's more than that. Okay. So just stick with that. So get it all set up. Easy peasy. Takes like 15, 20 minutes at the most. Then you're going to start doing these paid introduction ads. Oh, John, here it is. I'm going to run $10,000 a month worth of a bunch of ads, and you're screwing me over. No, my friend. It's so much better than that. All right. So remember the introduction. If you read that little ad on the screen, I'm sure you can. But it's just something, hey, we do this, we do that. Here's how you reach us. Boom. Right. Just what I said. Friendly and non-salesy. So it's no big buy now or special super crash deal. No, you can do that if you want to. Give them a reason to contact you, but don't get all weird about it. Don't get all salesy. You're going to be spending $10 a day. Okay, this probably should have its own slide here. You are going to run everything I just told you, this entire webinar thing. You can run it if you know what you're doing with the Facebook ads on $10 a day, $300 a month, flat. That's it, no more. Now, $300 a month ain't nothing, but it's not the $3,000 or $15,000 other people want when they're doing marketing, and why you freak out in the middle of the night if your marketing's working on. At $10 a day, we'll try again tomorrow, right? If you know what you're doing, if you run your ads properly, and I can't do 2 hours worth of Facebook meta ads training, but just trust me, it's doable. Look it up online. You can get 15 to 45,000 people to see your introduction every month for $10 a day, right? Granted, you got to get the skill to do that. But when you've got that, and it's not unknowable, it's just technical, and their interface changes all the time, but it's doable. Imagine that. Did you know that? Did you know you could do that? Oh, no, what? When you're running, now here's the thing. If you've run lead generation ads cost 10 to 15 times as much. Why? Because you're trying to do all the business right then and there on the one click. You're trying to make them know, like, and trust you and sign up for a booking appointment all with one thing. And that's hard to do. So you had to beat the crap out of it, right? Versus just making an introduction. So you'd be spending $100. I used to have clients spending $100, $200, $300 a day to bound and get leads. When actually we didn't get a very similar result now on this kind of $10 a day thing. It's a little more slow burn. It has to build up to that. But man, it's so much better and so much easier to be have running for you. Okay, and of course you're only going to target your ideal local prospects. Don't go wide, go narrow. So that $10 a day, by the way, is only going to the right people. It's only going to exactly the right audience who is going to be your next person walking the door wanting to pay you money. Okay. Step 3, keep doing step 2. I have it as its own step because people will do that first thing and they'll run it for like 4 days and then it didn't, hey, I've been running the ad for a week now. Where's my Lamborghini? We're a Lambo. Huh. Okay, come on, man. At most 3 people saw it 5 times. Come on, you got to give it a little time, right? So keep doing it. It's not so expensive that you can't do it for a little while. Do it for a few weeks at least, John. I'd say give it a few months, but $300 depends on what your tolerance is, but just set it and forget it. Let it ride, okay? So it just keeps you in front of them over and over. Get familiar, get trusted, right? And that way, by the way, after it's worked, people have already made you. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of folks every day, more people see it and more people become familiar to them and kind of semi-trusted by the end of them. And then they need you. And then they see your ad because you've stayed in front of them every day, a must every day. You see them all the time. And they go, so you're one click away. Yeah, that's the one I need them now. Oh my gosh, there they are. And they happen to be right here because you paid the $10 to stay in front of that audience. That's all. You're not there every day for them. You're not even being obnoxious about it. They're not even seeing you every day, but they're seeing you often enough that when they need you, you're that one click away. That's why you keep running it. That's how you harvest the result. It creates the goodwill and the trust, and it harvests it at the same time. Isn't that cool? And then, of course, they contact you and you hear stuff like this. Oh, I've been seeing you everywhere online. Oh, yeah, I know you. I've been seeing you around. Mr. Business Owner, don't you wonder, don't you love it when someone comes in and they start the conversation with, I've been hearing about you. I've seen you. I know you, right? They're professing that you're already familiar and they already kind of trust you. You know that person is going to pay you. You know it. You start a conversation that way. It's wonderful. Wouldn't it be great if the phone rang with somebody who says, hey, yeah, look, I've been seeing you online. It's time for me to come see you. Oh my gosh. That's the sure thing. So much for the sales resistance, right? You know why it's so hard to close those leads when you do lead generation and other marketing where you're bringing cold people in? You might force them in your door and they're like, yeah, I don't know you, man. It's so hard to get them to accept what you're trying to present to them. They want to pay full price. They don't really know. Maybe you're a shyster and you're trying to overcharge them, right? They don't know because they don't trust you. Once they know, like, and trust you, that goes away. It is so much easier. Look, I am not a salesperson, particularly. I mean, I yap on the internet a lot, and that's just something I have to do, or I starve. I don't really put myself in the sales roles because I don't like to sell. I love when people already know and they walk in, yeah, I want what you have. Oh, thank gosh. Like that's so much easier. Some people love it. Some people like little Grant Cardones. They love to hustle and get the person to change their mind and all these closing techniques. I don't. I just like when people show up. Hey, I know what you do. I want what you do. Okay. So let me show you what kind of results you're going to see. Okay. So I said the results, measure results before. You don't got to measure them because you'll just know. But I want to show you some actual numbers so you can actually see for real, in case you need some reassurance, right? Especially in the early few like weeks or months of the program, you're running this for yourself. You're gonna want to make sure, am I doing it right? Is it working right? Easy. So a couple of stats you're gonna be able to see, and I'm pulling these off of. We do reports for our own clients who are running this program. So I'm going to show you a little snippets of the actual report that we give to them. Which all of them don't even read. Anyway, it's not expensive, right? All right, social media exposure. How many people are seeing you every month? So in this guy, all right, when he started with us, obviously nobody. He had nothing happen on social media. And then we started paying the money and introducing him to 46,000, almost 47,000 people that month. The next month, 55,000. The next month, 47. Next month, 57. But these are all the same people, by the way. It's the same people seeing you all the time, over and over and over, which is what we're going for, right? So you think what's happening? He's being exposed to a lot of folks, and you'll see that your numbers, how many people are seeing you? Good. That's easy. Then you'll see the website visits go up. There's how you know it's really working. This guy had almost no web traffic before, and then it started going up and up and up and then way up. Why? Because those people from before, the previous graph here, more of these people are starting to know, like, and trust them and starting to need them and starting to recognize them, and they go check them. The first step people do is they go check it out on your website. By the way, if your website sucks, fix it, okay? Because more people are going to be looking at your website than ever. And actually, I find that most people don't have a problem with their website. They have a problem with their website company. They just can't get a change made. They get no service out of the website company. If you have that problem, let me know. I can hook you up with something that works real well. Okay, anyway. So you got these two things. Now, of course, the greatest thing to notice is that you're busier, right? So here's just some people who run, running our program, and it's basically what I'm just showing you here. They're basically doing the same thing. They're doing social publicity for themselves, or we're doing it for them. We gain lots of exposure and attention. Oh yeah, this guy, great. He's getting recognized at the gym by people who sees them. He's, I've seen your reviews, your testimony. Can you imagine walking into the grocery store or whatever and say, oh, hey, it's you. Yeah, I saw your stuff online. Hey, you look like you do a great job. Oh my gosh, right? You run for mayor after a while, right? All right, next one, happy. I like this part. This has all added up to more fun in the office, more peace of mind. Okay, forget the money. Isn't that we're all kind of, we want to have more fun and not worry so much? Okay, yeah, money's great. This person's having a record year. That's awesome. Hey, everybody's happy with that. But man, it wasn't like I have to worry about this marketing program all the time. Oh, that sucks. This is great. And the last one, social media, a lot of lifelong customers. Yeah, you're just making good connections with people. Remember, you're starting off that relationship warm. It tends to stay warm unless you screw it up. It's pretty straightforward. All right, so now, what about you? Okay, so you just learned how the best known beats best. Okay, you've learned that repeated friendly exposure creates familiarity and then trust. Golden. When you got trust, you got it all, right? And then social publicity keeps you in front of the right people so that you are their first choice when they need you. Okay, so you've learned all that. Now, you are free to go out and do what I just showed you. There's some details you have to figure out, but YouTube is there, how to run the ads and get the $10 a day result, but that's pretty straightforward. I did promise you that at the end here, I'd give you a little option. Let me show you what it's like for us to do this for you, okay? Very simple. We have a done-for-you social publicity program. We do it for you. We take care of all the details, everything you saw here, right, you get. So here's what you get, right? The full social publicity program, everything from the webinar, everything you saw me talk about and all the details and things. I can only have an hour here, so I can't teach every little detail, but none of that's too hard, but we take care of all that for you. What the post, all these things, we take care of all this stuff, and doing the post ourselves. We make the post for you. This is completely hands off, right? All you do is you choose the types of people and services you most want to see more of, and we will go after that group, and we will help you connect and become familiar and trusted with that group for that particular service. Or we can be pretty broad, but some people have their favorites. So you can be broad or niche on what you want to sell or what you want people to come in for, but you can control that, and we know how to make that work real well. Of course, like I said, we do it all. You just answer the phone when new people call in. That's your job. You're not supposed to post anything. You're not supposed to check in on anything. You're not supposed to check about it. No. We'll send you, you'll know because people are calling the phone saying, I saw you on social. I saw you on Facebook. I saw you on Instagram. They're going to be saying that, or they're going to walk in your door. Hey, I saw you. it's no, you have to ask them either. They'll tell you. Some people, you just hear it. You just start hearing it. You never heard it before. You start hearing it. Oh, I find it on social media. Like, oh, that never used to happen. Okay. And then, of course, your program, we can get this thing set up within 2 or 3 days. Doing it on your own is probably going to take you a week or two, a week and a half. Depends how technical savvy you are. We do it every day, multiple times a day. So we can set you up within a couple of business days, sometimes even faster. We even had same day launches in the past, but I can't really promise that because it depends on who else has come in this morning, right? And of course, the total cost, as I said, it's under $1,500, which actually it's $1,450 a month. That includes the ad spend, the $10 a day, and all that stuff. And there's no lock-in contract. And why is there no lock-in contract? Because of this number right here. 96% of my clients continue on service after month one. In other words, after the first month, they go, you know what? That's what John said it was going to be. That's what they promised it was going to be. Okay. And they stick around. I don't know the other 4%. I guess you can't please everybody. Okay. But whatever. You get the idea. All right. So here's a question to ask yourself right now. Most important question of this webinar, right? If you had tens of thousands of local prospects seeing your friendly introduction over and over each month and building that trust, and the right ideal people were being targeted, and the people are calling in who already trust you and are ready to go, would you be making more money? Straight up. Would this, like if you had what this process does, if you had that, would that be building your business every month? Would it? Okay. If your answer was, yeah, it would be. Okay. Then now it's time for you to be the best known, right? This is where I ask you to come. If you're interested in having us do it for you for that price, you already know the price. You already know what we're going to do. You know everything about it. There's nothing really hidden. I mean, there's details in there, and there's a few aspects of it I haven't had a chance to go into, such as how we target with your website. So don't even need to have a website to make this work. It's amazing, right? And we don't even have to touch it. So anyway, send for more details. Just text your name and number to me. Here's my number. Okay, there you go. You can send me a message there. If you say I'm interested, then we'll get you on the phone and we'll go over all the details and answer any questions you have, because I believe in open and transparent relationships where there's nothing hidden. We do only have slots for 8 new clients right now. I told you we do this all the time, but I asked the guys before I started, hey, how many can we take? And they're like, no more than 8. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do 8. Actually, they said 10. I said, let's do 8. I don't want to have any slow delivery. I want to deliver what we promise. Okay. And that's it. So for those who are watching the webinar replay, same number works, but you might be further back. I can't guarantee there's only 8 slots left, because invariably we'll have a lot of people take advantage of that. So that's what I have for you today. I appreciate your time and attention. I hope you've learned something. I hope you can use something you can use on your practice now or your business now. Whatever you're doing, reach more people, help more people, and the world becomes a better place. I believe that's what civilization is made of, is everybody being a specialist at what they do and then helping others and exchanging with each other and doing that. And small business is the best way to do it, which is why I love what I do every day. All right. Take care, guys. I appreciate it.